Well, hey, neighbor, come on over. Let's have our neighborhood chat. Yeah, there's a breeze blowing. My hair's going everywhere. My eyes are watering. But it doesn't matter. We're going to have our neighborhood chat. It's going to be a good one. So stay tuned. Don't click off the video. This one's going to be a good one. While you're driving up, bring your drink. I have drinks back there under the carport in the refrigerator. Get your drink, your snack, because it is lunchtime here in Mississippi as I do this video. Yeah, it's about noonish, somewhere around that time. But bring your lawn chair. We're going to be out here under the trees. It's a beautiful day to have us a neighborhood chat. And I just wanted to have it outside because, I don't know, it's something about breathing the fresh fall air and sitting under the trees and just connecting with nature that should bring out good qualities within us. But anyway, our neighborhood chat today is going to be about growing in love. You know, some of us seem to be able to love easier than others, and I don't judge you for that, and there's nothing wrong with you if you don't show a lot of love to everyone. There's nothing wrong with you if you show extreme amounts of love to everyone. I mean, like I've always said, we're at different places on our journey. We're not all on the same highway. We're not all in the same town. We're not all on the same roller coaster. We're not all at the same theme park, but we all are searching, or should be searching for more knowledge, more happiness, joy, peace, the older we get. Now, if we're still entangled in drama, a lot of uproar, not having peace in our life, I'm so sorry, because that can be so tiring when you don't have a lot of peace or joy or comfort in your life. And my prayer is that you find that. And if you keep walking in your journey, you'll find it if you're seeking it. Now, if you continue to seek things that are more drama, more comfort, more arguments with people, more dislikes, I mean, that's basically what you're going to get. You know, you reap what you sow. If you sow kindness and love and joy and peace, you're going to get that. If you sow anger, bitterness, malice, hatred, you're going to get that. So don't wonder why your life is going off the rails. Just search yourself and see how you've been treating others and where your love scale is, you know, because loving one another in my faith is the scripture that says, I'm going to love the Lord thy God with all my heart, soul, mind, and spirit, and I'm going to love my neighbor as myself. I mean, our belief system is based solely on love. And love conquers everything. No matter what you're going through, and you say, oh, it's me, Angie, that's just a bunch of hogwash, that doesn't work. Well, I'd like for you to test it and just see if it would work or not. Because it's always worked for me, though I've rejected it a lot of times. I've shown this a lot on my live chats before, this picture. And I strive to be the light, to bring forth the light, to let people know that there's something besides sadness and loneliness and depression and not living in peace. there's something more out there. And we have to seek that. We have to, even if you're seeking to prove that it's wrong, still seek it. Just to see, just to prove me wrong or prove that I'm right. But there's levels of love. You know, it's taken me a lot of years to get to where I am now as far as being able to love people the way I do. I haven't always been this way. I've talked to you all about that before. But first you have to find where you are when it comes to love. And love has to do a lot with trust. And you say, yeah, I don't trust anyone. Well, really, it has to do with you trusting yourself. Trusting yourself to be able to reach out to people, because love expects nothing in return. So therefore, when you say that you love someone, it's easy to do because you're not expecting anything. You're just giving. A lot of times people, I find, think it's some kind of privilege to me or to that person for you to love them. Like they don't necessarily deserve your love. Like your love is more special than somebody else's, so you're just not going to give it away freely. Well, in certain instances, that's correct. When it comes to relationships, you shouldn't just throw your love out there to just anyone and anybody. I think when you love mankind or your neighbor, to me, that's the easiest love that you can give, because you are expecting nothing in return from that person, because you really don't have a relationship with that person. You're just respecting them, letting them know that you acknowledge them, that you care about them. It's not like when you are in a relationship with someone. And, you know, a relationship can be difficult sometimes when one side really loves the person more than the other one does. Say, for instance, if you love someone and they don't love you as much as you love them, that can create problems. But maybe they're not at the stage in their life where they can love like you do. You know, maybe they don't know how to love like you. Have you ever tested to see if you really know what the word love means? You know, in the book that I read, in 1 Corinthians, it gives the whole definition of love. And it starts off, love is patient, love is kind, love is not selfish. You know, you might try to go over there and read that. And it tells you what love is, and oh, it's a lot of stuff. But instead of trying to figure out, trying to be all those things, just choose to say, okay, I'm going to love this person. And that can be hard because we have different personalities. Loving someone can be very, very difficult. But then again, it can be very, very easy. So when I speak about love, we have love for mankind, which with you all, and I say I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. And I can say that because I'm expecting nothing from you. I'm just giving, because I freely want to give you the joy of knowing that there's somebody out there that's thinking of you and cares about you and respects you enough to say, I love you. Then you have your parents and your sibling love. You even have a best friend that you love dearly. Then all of a sudden you fall in love and you love someone with a deeper emotional, physical, fleshly kind of love. You know, there's all types of love. And then you have godly love, which is above all things. But practice saying, I love you. If you have to look in the mirror at yourself and say, I love you. You know, you have to love yourself before you can love anyone else. And you say, oh, I do love myself. But do you really? Do you really love yourself? Or do you just say that? Because first we have to know the definition of love before we can actually practice it. And you know, love is not a feeling. Now, a lot of us think it is, and I used to think it was for many, many years. And love can have a feeling to go along with it, but that's not what love is. It's not a feeling. It's something that you give. It's something inside of you that you just give. And of course, you're going to get hurt. And a lot of people that throw their love out there, they give it to the wrong person, or they give it to someone that abuses it, and then they're like, oh, I'm not doing that again. And that's usually in relationships, you know, the love between you and a person that you're in love with, or you want to spend the rest of your life with. I mean, I love my children in a totally different way than I love James, but it's still love. But when we're talking about loving each other, let's just go with this. Let's talk about loving each other when it comes to YouTube. I know a lot of us don't want to hear that because you are headstrong and you say, oh, I'm going to love who I want to, and who I don't, I'm not going to, and nobody's going to change my mind. That's fine. That's who you are. And I can respect that. But when we're on YouTube and we really, really want to show people that we care and that they matter and that we love them, because there's a lot of people on YouTube that just come into chats and channels because they don't have anyone else. Be careful about what you say to someone because you don't know their story. I mean, after all, I put up all these videos and you're just now learning a part of my story. You don't know everything that I've been through in my life to make me who I am today. I don't know you, and I don't have to. All I have to do is know me and know that I have the light that's within me to be able to shine love on you. And really, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me about bringing it forth. Now, usually when someone selfishly loves someone else, they're expecting a payoff. Like, I'm going to love you, but I'm expecting this in return. And when it comes to relationships, it should be that way. It should be boundaries, and it should be things that you're expecting. Especially if you're in love with someone, you should be wanting the same respect and love back from the person that you have given your life to, your soul to. But when it comes to love on YouTube, or even like, let's don't even go with love. Let's go with like. Or let's just go with respect. I mean, we don't have to wake up the people that have content on your channels and be mean and angry and nasty to people that we've never even met. Even though they've been nasty to us, we don't have to retaliate with that. Believe it or not, people that are in the background watching this go on, as two people go at it on YouTube, they can see who is right in the situation. But when it gets into a conflict, I feel like neither one of the people are correct because they let it go that far. And I do believe you need to take up for yourself if someone's attacking you. But for it to keep going on and on and on, you know, and making videos of that person puts out a video about you, and then you go out and put a video out about them, and that should be the end of it. Or maybe it shouldn't even have gotten that far. But if it does, the video shouldn't keep coming. You know, one right after the other. This person said this, and then I'm going to make another video. Loving someone takes a lot less energy than drama. I mean, some people love drama. That's what they live for. That's what they feed off of. That's where they get their identity, is drama. I don't want that to be my identity. I don't want drama to be my identity. I don't want, and it only takes one time for a person to really show how deep they can get into drama, for people to go, I really don't want to be around that person. And then you're done. People can't forget that that happened on your channel, or they can't forget something you said about someone else, because they're like, well, if they attack that person like that, what would they do to me if I got close to them? You know? So when it comes to loving someone, and some people, you have to keep your distance. You have to love them from afar, and that's okay. You know, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies be at peace with him. So therefore, that tells you right there that, and that's in Proverbs 16:7, I think. But that tells you right there, we're going to have enemies. There's going to be somebody out there that just does not like us. No matter how nice we are to them, no matter what we give them, no matter what, whatever. They're not going to like us just by the way we look, by the way we speak, jealousy, just because they don't want to. So when that happens, you know, wash your feet of those people and go on. Don't spend much time there. You know, spend time with what I call your people. But venture out to spread love, and then come back to get recharged with your people. The ones that appreciate you, care about you, respect you, love you. Be with those people. Don't try to win over the people that really don't like you. And don't want to be in those group of people that are mean to other people. You know, the mean girl group. Don't thrive to be a part of that. Because if they do it to someone, they'll do it to you too. And there's always that leader in that mean girl group. And she's telling everybody else what to do. And don't let anyone else tell you who to like on YouTube, what channels to go to. No. We're all adults here. Whatever channels you want to frequent, you go over there and you frequent those channels. If you like someone that a friend of yours on YouTube does not like, don't let them to convince you to not go to that other person's channel. If they're saying, oh, I'm not going to be your friend if you go over to that other channel, well, then they're not your friend to begin with. They're just trying to control you. Don't let anyone control you. You think for yourself. Now, if you're wrong, you're wrong. I mean, we have to fall in order to learn. Failure is our greatest teacher. We learn the most from failure. We learn the most from pain. So if someone is always there to catch us and never lets us fall and make a mistake, then we're never going to grow up. And then one day that person's not going to be there, and we're really going to come into a bad problem, and we're not going to be able to handle it. So I'm saying to you today, neighbor, love, just give it away. It is free. It is, don't hold on to it. Give it away within its limits. Give your love on YouTube as respect and caring and prayerful. You know, be in prayer if they need prayer. Give the love to your spouse and your children and your grandchildren in the areas that it's supposed to be given. Give your best friend the love in that area. You know, love the person ever how they fit into your life. Even though it is love, you have different ways of showing that love. And just make sure that you have a kind word and you're never, ever putting anybody down or gossiping about them or saying negative things. And with that being said, neighbor, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. And this has been our neighborhood chat. Like, share, subscribe, and please comment. I love your comments. Bye.